Sometimes it show up and it shows out and it say, hey, are you handling your business? So let's get in tune.
The topic of the day is on the way. Don't hesitate to listen. Listen to the topic. Topic of the day. Yeah. The topic of the day is on its way.
Hey, the topic on the way, but because I had to stop and do what I had to do because life was trying to life me and I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, we going back one segment because it ain't time for the topic.
Push through with that strength in you. Get up, what? Get moving. Get up, what? Get moving.
Get up, what? Get moving. Get up, what? Get moving. Yeah, you thought you weren't gonna have to move around with me today, but yes, you are. I had to come back because the dang on thing didn't want to connect like it was supposed to, and it kept kicking me out. So I was live in places where I didn't even know I was live, but the place where I intended to be live, I wasn't actually live because it kicked me out. But anyway, let's get back into these squats because I got to do one more set. So if you ain't do some squats with me, you got 3 sets of 10 that you need to get done because again, we're holding each other accountable. So we got to get up and get moving because we're trying to save your life. Movement is the key to life. So the older we get, the more we need to move. If you haven't done them, do your 3 sets of squats and do your 3 sets of chicken wings. But we're on our last set of squats, right? So come on, get that effective leg a little further back. Come on, get moving. And then let's drop these 10. Let's drop these 10 and pick that booty up because you don't want no sagging cheeks when you get older. Them things gonna fall and they're gonna be on the floor. You don't want them problems. So let's go. 10. Let's go. 10. 9. You got it. 8. Be intentional. 7. Keep it going with the 6. Almost there. And the 5. Halfway. With the 4. Push it through. And the 3. Strengthen you. With the 2. With the 1 more. And the bow. You did that. Okay, good job. So now all we're going to do, keep a little squat. I want you to hold a little squat. Keep them legs activated. And we're going to lean side to side. Well, not really lean. Keep your core tight because your goal is to activate your obliques. Why is this important? Because you need your core for everything you do. Literally, when you laugh, you're going to laugh till your stomach hurt because you're using your core. When you're walking, you're using your core. When you're standing, you're using your core. Literally, everything we do, we use our core. So, matter of fact, we're going to just we're going to do 10 of them 3 times first. They call them standing squats. I mean, standing crunches. So, right? Just throw it. I don't know how to explain it, but you know how to do it. Come on, we're going to do 10 of them 3 times. Let's go. 10, 9, keep your core tight. 7, 6, pump it. 5, what? 4, yeah. 3, 2, what? 1. I'm so dang on silly. Okay. We're going to go back and forth with these because that motion is just funny to me. I got a problem. Okay. Side to side, right? Keep your core tight. Let's go. 10, 9, yeah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, with the 1 and the squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to the side and 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, what? 5. Keep going. 6, here, 7, what? 8, 9, 10, and pump it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to the side. 1, left side. 2, 3, yeah, 4, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Okay, so As I said, Facebook is still giving me problems, so I hope you're still connected. But if not, you can always go back and catch me on YouTube. And if you didn't catch all the other segments with our new word of the day, which was felicitate, which means to congratulate, you can always catch it back. But okay, now 3 sets of the arm press, and then we're going to get into our young topic, right? Because it's important. 3 sets of 10. I'm going to hold my arm like this so that way I'm not doing it with my shoulder and I can actually feel my tricep activate. So you ready? 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, baby. 6. You got this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? We're going to do another set of 10. We got 2 more sets. Don't quit on me now, baby. Don't quit on me now. 10, 9, 8, 7. Remember, it's not about the size of the movement. 6. It's about doing the movement. 5, 4. 3. Good job. 2. One more. And 1. Oh, I got a good crack out of that. Okay, rotate. Last set, right? Finish strong. Remember, it don't matter how far down you go. It's just about you doing the motion and about you getting your brain used to it. So the more you do it, the more it'll become a routine and it won't be so hard to do. So don't be like me, be better than me. That's my goal, is to show you my flaws so that you can be better than me. Okay, let's go. Last set. 10, 9. Push down as far as you can go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did that. I was going to say congratulate, but nope, I just learned a new word. Felicitate yourself. Felicitate yourself. That means congratulate yourself. You made it through. You came through with that strength in you. You made it, boo. Hey. So let's see. I got some comments over here that I didn't get to see. Oh, hey, Jerry. What's up, boo? Hey, Tammy. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but Facebook keep getting to be in the butt. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's get in tune, because we got it.
The topic of the day is on the way. Don't hesitate to listen. Listen to the topic. Topic of the day. Yeah. The topic of the day is on its way.
I was in here twerking like the topic to the topic. Y'all know I'm crazy. That was me also. This is me and all those little things. I'm crazy. But anyway, the topic of the day is let go of your burdens, right? What are burdens? Burdens are the things that will not get off your brain. It's the thing that sits on you the longest, and oftentimes it comes from your own personal thoughts. Other people don't necessarily, I'm not going to say it's true for everybody, because some people do unfortunately live with not so nice people who will refer to you maybe as a burden, but know that most of the time when we think in the term burden, we're often the ones who is putting that out there. We are the ones that's putting that thought in the air, saying that I'm a burden on my husband, I'm a burden on my wife, I'm a burden on my kids, I'm a burden on life. And so you start feeling like you shouldn't even been here, or why did God let me survive this thing? And it's like, there's a purpose for everything that you're going through, and you shouldn't see it as a burden, because everything that you're going through has the ability to teach you a lesson. And everything that we go through in life is about the lesson or the blessing. You know what I mean? It's not about you feeling less than, or you feeling useless, or you feeling like I shouldn't be here because I am too much for people. But it's like you're the one who making that choice. You're the one who's saying things like I'm a burden, or I'm this, or I'm that. And it's like you have to stop speaking negative things, negative thoughts, negative words. All of this plays a part in how you live your overall day, because if everything that you think about is focused on negativity or you being a burden, then of course you're not going to even try as hard, because you're going to start feeling like, for what? What's the point? Because I'm just a burden on everybody. But even if you feel like that, it's like that's more of a reason why you should work even harder, so that you're not a burden and you don't feel like you need somebody for every little thing you have to do in this world, because you actually don't. I mean, you definitely need people for some things, but other things, it's not even about you needing people. It's about you recognizing that you're strong enough to do it on your own. And unfortunately, that's most people's problem, that they don't believe in themselves. They don't have enough self-love or even self-esteem to know that they can overcome and get through the things that they are going through. So then they put it on other people to relieve the problem. And it's like, it's not up to your husband, it's not up to your wife, it's not up to your kids, it's not up to the pastor, it's not even up to God. It's up to you, because even faith without work is dead. You can't put it all on God and just be like, I'm not going to do nothing because they said give it to God. Well, they also said put in work. You know what I mean? You got to put in that hard work, and nobody said it's going to be an easy work to do, but it's a necessary work. And it's necessary to not only get you to the next side, but it's to show you what you actually can accomplish and how much muscle has been built through you getting through the things that you're going through. So you shouldn't speak things of negativity such as I'm a burden, because oftentimes you're not a burden. It's your own thoughts that's putting a burden on you. You haven't taken control of your thoughts in your mind, so then it leaves extra pressure on you. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Leaves extra pressure on you and stress to think about things that's really out of your control. And the things that are in your control is like, just do what's necessary. Don't put it on your therapist to get you where you need to go. Don't put it on your doctors to only care about your health. That's when it becomes a burden, when you're not doing the necessary steps to make sure you reach the other side. But yet you putting all this on them because you say, well, you have the degree, you tell me how to do it. No, they have the degree. They're going to teach you how to do what you need to do. Like, you can't put it on somebody else and then expect it to be different. It only becomes a burden when you literally leave it all on that person, no matter who the person is. But again, that burden mentality usually comes from a guilt. It comes from you knowing that you can do more, you knowing that you could overcome more. But I hate to use the term lazy, but your lazy thoughts won't allow you to do more than what you've been doing, because you think, oh, well, I have use of only one hand. That's all I can do. Not true. You can do what you put your mind to. You may not be able to do it like everybody else do it, but you can definitely get things done. So again, it won't be a burden if you believe in yourself and know, I can do this. I can at least try my very best. And if I'm trying my very best, the person who I'm asking for help won't mind helping me, because they watching me do the very best that I can do. Hello, I'm so proud of you. Hey, Auntie Sugarfoot. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I'm finna go downstairs and get back to work on this body. Yes, go downstairs and get to work on that body, honey, because can't nobody do it but us. Like, seriously. I know for a long time, I would go to therapy and all this stuff, and I would only do those exercises when I was at therapy. I wouldn't come home and apply myself. So when I couldn't do certain things that I know, if I would have kept working at it, I would actually be better off right now. But because I let my mind consume my I let my thoughts consume my mind, which stopped my body from doing what I needed to do. And that's oftentimes what we do to ourselves. So that's why I'm telling you, lay those burden downs, because you're the one that's putting that in your head. They said give it all to God, right? So do just that, but at the same time, do the parts that you can do. If you can get up and get moving, get up and get moving. Don't sit around watching your favorite TV show all day. Don't not go for that walk around the block. Like, I get it. It's easier said than done. But anything that's done for 30 days consecutively becomes your new habit. It becomes your new routine. So if you really want to, you really want something different, and you really don't want to no longer feel like a burden on not only the people in your household, but even to this world. If you just sitting on somebody's disability, not feeling like you have the ability to do nothing else, that's not true either. Like, don't get me wrong. There are some people who truly can't, but there are more of us than most that actually can. But we put ourselves in this box and label ourselves and say what we can't do. And then we become a burden in our minds, and then we stop trying our best, which means we can't achieve our best because we're not doing our very best. So everything takes practice. Nobody said this was going to come easy. Nobody said it's going to come overnight. But when you are self-aware and you start holding yourself accountable for things, then you start to move different and you start to see things different. And so life for you becomes different, and it feels less of a burden because you're able to achieve so much more than you actually knew you was capable of, because your handy capabilities wouldn't allow you to just take it. You didn't just take it and become a burden. Oh, well, you couldn't see my fingers. But you do the necessary things so that you're not a burden. You don't want to just sit on nobody's government assistance program for the rest of your life. You want to actually invest in you so that your future can be brighter than what somebody else says your future can be. You make your future based on your thoughts and based on your actions. And it takes hard work for us to get to the next side. Again, it's not going to be an easy task, but anything worth having will be hard. And if you had kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them little suckers ain't easy, but when you look at the kid that you've raised them up to be, you become proud and you realize it was worth the headaches. It was worth all those long nights. It was worth, you not eating before them. It was just worth it because you see this beautiful human being that come from all of your teachings. So, I mean, it's things like that that remind you of your greatness and how much of a burden that you're not, and how it's oftentimes those negative thoughts that's in your own mind that's contributing to those feelings of burden. But you're truly not a burden. If you're truly feeling like a burden, that truly means you need to do more. Like, let's be clear. If you're feeling like a burden, you know in your heart of hearts, you can do more. So that just means you need to get up and do it. Don't sit over there playing nobody's victim. Woe is me. You are the stroke, okay? You are the strength through recovery over needing emotions. You being the stroke don't mean you're a stroke survivor. That just means you've been having the strength to get through whatever it is you've been going through this whole time you've been going through. You are the stroke. You have all of your strength in you, hence the name. Like, everything has its purpose and its reasons. And maybe in these times where you're feeling like a burden, this is what a time you need to open your eyes and again hold yourself accountable and be able to call a thing and call yourself out for the things that you're not doing. Or maybe the things, no matter what the things is, you just have to start looking at self. Oftentimes we're so busy looking out there and then saying we're a burden or we're this and we're that. But that's because we haven't finished looking in here and starting to peel back the layers and the onion of what is Joy or what is Trisha or what is Tammy or what is Jerry or what is Valerie or what is whoever is watching and listening to this. You need to really look in the mirror and really start to peel back the layers of you and see what is, and stop telling yourself you're a burden, because you ain't nobody's burden. You're in the season that you're in at the moment because you're meant to be there. And there's a lesson that's meant to be learned in that season. So it's just about you sometimes sitting back and absorbing absorbing the only things that's necessary. Don't absorb everything around you, because you got to remember, hurt people hurt people. So if you're around somebody and they constantly hurting you, it's not because you're a burden. Sometimes they see themselves in you and it pisses them off. And then sometimes it's just that they're too angry with what's going on in them that they can't give you what they don't have. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't look at yourself as a burden to nobody or to nothing. Know that this is your season at this time. That's what's that's what's meant to happen in this season. The lesson that you're meant to get from it is still in the mix. It's still happening. So you just have to, I guess, take notes, and you'll start to figure out what it is that you're meant to learn and grow from this moment in the season that you're in. But know that you are a necessary entity and you're not a burden. You are exactly who you're meant to be. Perfectly imperfect, learning through all the lessons of life, because that's all life will ever be, is a bunch of lessons. And it's going to be thrown at you at different times of your life. And it's all about your perception of it, of how you get through it. So if you see it as a bad thing, that's exactly what it's going to be. So if you taking this lesson as a burden lesson, it's not. It's a growing lesson. And sometimes you got to grow through pain. It's an unfortunate lesson, but it's just a part of what is. So trust the process. Lay down those burdens of doubt. Lay down those burdens of I can't. Lay down those burdens of why me. Lay down those burdens of I can't believe this happened to me. Why not? Why can't you believe it? What made you so special that you didn't get to have no trials? You get to have trials like everybody else. That's how we grow. That's how we get to figure out who we are. Like, what can we overcome? What can I actually do? You get to learn all that through your trials. That's how you get to be a testimony to show all the beauties of life, even if you're not a believer. You have a testament of the goodness of life. Like, it's not all bad. Through this such horrific, horrendous thing, this beautiful thing has come from it. But again, that's all about your perception. So just know that everything that comes your way, whether it seems good or bad, it has its purpose. It has its lesson that's meant to teach you something. So embrace it. Embrace the good with the bad, and know that you can't appreciate one without the other, either way it go. So all while you feeling like a burden is forcing you to work harder. So just work harder. Don't feel like a burden. Do more. It's that simple. Don't feel like what you know you can do more at, if that makes sense. Never give in to giving up on you, because when you start feeling like a burden, that's when you start to give up on yourself. Woe is me. Ain't no woe is me, because remember, you are the stroke, the strength, the recovery over needing emotions. I'm going to tell you that time blue in the face, because it's what it is. Everything that you go through has its lesson, has its purpose. So let it use you, let it fuel you. Use it as a stepping stone to get to the next level. And every time some comes, every time some come, every time some come. Look, I can't lift it up too much higher, but you get the drift of what I'm saying. Use everything that you're going through as a stepping stone to help you to reach the next level that you're meant to go to. You ain't gonna know the level you're meant to go to until you keep going. You gotta keep going in order to reach the next level. But if you start telling yourself negative, if you start speaking negativity into yourself, you're gonna decline and you're gonna go backwards. That's not your goal. Your goal is to elevate, strengthen you, build yourself up. Okay. So change your mind, change your thinking. Don't be a burden in your head, because that's where it all exists. Everything starts in your mind. And then what you speak out your mouth reiterates to your brain what is. So you literally have to start with your tongue. The tongue is your most powerful muscle that you can have. What you speak into existence is what's going to happen. Claim victory over your life. Claim victory over your career. Claim victory over your body. Claim victory in your mind. Claim victory through everything that you're going through, because remember, it's all there meant to build your muscle so that you can know what you can get through. It is all teaching you of who you are. It's teaching you of your resilience, and you should felicitate who you are, meaning congratulate. I'm trying to use the word of the day more often throughout the podcast. But yes, no, congratulate who you are, because without your storms, you wouldn't be this person right now. And you wouldn't have the fuel in you to keep trying your best. That's all you got. Your best will forever be enough. That's all you got. That's all you can ever move with. And all you can do is literally start where you are right now and go for it. Looking back there won't get you nowhere. You're going to fall down worrying about what was behind you. So don't worry about that burden. Now, that is a burden that's up in here. So again, lay down those burdens. Let God use you and fuel you with positivity and the best energy so that you can be your best self, because all you're meant to be is your best self. So lay down the self-doubt, okay? Lay down the negativity, lay down the pain of woe is me and why me and all these things that you should no longer wonder why. Know that it's only meant for you. Only you can do it the way you do it. So nobody said, again, that it's going to be easy, but also nobody else can do it like you. So it's necessary. It's a necessary thing that you got to do. And it's just necessary for you to change the way you thinking, because again, that feeling of being a burden and self-doubt is in your head. So speak life into you. Stop worrying about being a burden to anybody, because you're not. You are only a burden and a prisoner of your own mind. So step outside of your head and start reading books of love. Put motivation around you. Let your spirit be used by whatever it is that you believe in, and hopefully it's all goodness and positivity. Also, I'm going to remind you guys to change the way you talk about yourself. If you've been telling people you're disabled, no, you're not. Change your thinking. You're not nobody disabled, nothing. You're not, as nothing dis about your ability. Okay, there's everything different about your ability. Change the way you think. We are teaching people how to treat us. We are teaching people how to refer to us. And we are people of different abilities. There's nothing dis about your ability. So please get on my page, whether it's Joytown page or whether it's the Strengthen You page. Sign that petition, guys. Get it passed on and passed around, because number one, we need accessibility buttons in here for everybody, because mental health is on a rise because people are feeling like they don't belong. And we need this petition to go around about this different abilities, because again, everybody has a different ability, but nobody has a disability, because nobody not having an ability. That's what this is a not. You're not able. We're not a dis nothing. We just of a different ability. So you have to be the first one to change the way you talk and the way you think about who you are. You're teaching people how to treat you. You're teaching people how to address you. You have a different ability. You don't have a disability. You have a different ability. It looks different, but we all have a different ability, no matter what it looks like. Just some of our different ability is on the outside, where as others are on the inside. So this is a real thing, and it's important. Also, we are still doing fundraisers and stuff for Stroke Camp. Stroke Camp is just like every other camp, and it just is providing inclusiveness to stroke survivors and caregivers. And they have adaptable sports and just all kinds of things that's really catering to stroke survivors, because oftentimes we think we can't do something because of the world has put us in this box. So we have to start stepping out the box. I'm gonna need you to jump up out that box with me because that's what it's all about. We're about to change the game. We're about to change the globe. We're about to change the world. Get in tune. Let's do it together. Also, what I gotta tell you about this year, we're gonna probably twice the stroke camp. Um, we'll be in Virginia in October and Colorado in July, I believe. Um, So it's something that you should possibly look into. Get on strokecamp.org to find a stroke camp near you because it's extremely important for us to be able to network together and be as one family and know that we have a support system. We're not alone in this thing. Yeah, it's really important. And I'm also going to encourage you to get on Amazon and purchase my first memoir. Fight lives in the heart of a survivor. It's kind of just a memoir is exactly that, a memory, a story. So it's nothing, you're not going to get a full picture, but you'll get a piece of how strength was born and why it's so important that I do what I do. um, Also, I'm going to also encourage you to head over, like I said, to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, The Strength in You, click that bell so you know when I go live. Share these podcasts with people, whether it's via YouTube, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, no matter where it is. Share it because it's important that we get this information out there. Um, Also, we have support group every Friday via Google Meet. The link is on the Strength in You page. It is for everybody. Of course, I cater to stroke survivors, but I will never stop anybody who want to vibe out with us to come in and get a little love and get a little non-judgmental support, knowing that we all need somebody. You're not alone in this thing. It's a team effort to keep each other grounded and to keep each other mentally secure in this world where we're so busy judging each other that we don't spend enough time loving on each other. So I encourage you to come to my support group every Friday via Google Meet. You can find the link on my Strength in You page. And I'm going to also encourage you to head to the Strength in You store and purchase you a little Strength in You gear. You might want some shirts and stuff that's always talking about putting that Strength in You with the come through. That link is also on the page. And like I told you, know that you are wonderfully made, perfectly imperfect, just the way you were intended. Don't ever try to change and conform yourself to fit in no box for nobody. You are special in your own way, your own right. You don't need nobody else to validate who you are. You validate you enough. Speak life into you using those daily affirmations because daily affirmations is what fuels your spirit and your soul to know that you are again wonderfully made just the way you intended to be. I never want you to do nothing but wear your crown with pride and love yourself wholeheartedly more than anybody in this world ever could because nobody could ever love you more than you. And always recognize that everything that you've ever been through has prepared you for everything you're ever gonna go through. So know that it's all a necessary thing. I kept thinking of something last night that I knew I was gonna forget today, but um, it's just all necessary. Everything that you're even going through today is building your muscle for everything you're gonna go through today. Like certain things are gonna repeat themselves until you get the lesson that you're meant to get from it. So be open, be vigilant to know that sometimes if you pray for something, it's not just gonna outright be in your face. It's not gonna be a blatant like, here I am, here's your answer. Sometimes it's gonna come in the form of a song. Maybe a kid is gonna say something. Maybe you'll see something on TV. Maybe you're gonna drive past something. Just never know. Be vigilant and keep your eyes open, knowing that God moves in different ways and He reveals Himself and show things in different ways as well. So be open to the lesson. Don't wonder why this happened to me. Woe is me, this happened. Why not you? Again, none of us is too special to go through our own set of trials and tribulations. It's just a part of what is, and it's how it builds our muscle to know what we're able and unable to deal with, and know when it is we are needing and requesting help from our Father, because we all need help. I'm also going to tell you, and this is not me telling you what to do, but I've been restoring my faith, guys, and it's been feeling really good to me, because at first I wasn't going because I'm like, that's where the hypocrites live. But then when I started to remember why I'm going, that's not what I'm going for anyway. I don't focus on that. I go for the spirit. I go for that part of it. So it's been feeling real good to me. But anyway, I love you. So I want you to do what's necessary for your faith. Build yourself up. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Only you know what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. You can't know unless you try. So always try. Never give in to giving up on yourself. Know that anything worth having will be hard. You are worth every bit of what you're going through. Know that you are the stroke. You are the strength through recovery over need and emotions. When you're down, there's nowhere else to go but up. Put your crown on. Turn that lantern up inside that crown. Let that light radiate all over you and through you. If it's negative, it's going to bounce back because you ain't accepting nothing that's negative. I love you with everything in me. Stay blessed by the best. Until next week, honey love, sugarfoot, sweet face. I love you, baby. Stay up.